The easiest win you are going to have with your kids is to have a good pair of shoes which meets their needs, gives them support. It'll set them up for a much better way of moving, which will mean less chance that they're going to have issues moving forward. There's a few main features of the shoe that we look for. First off, we like to see something with a firm heel through the back of the shoe. If you can crush the back, we generally think that there's more support to be had in something that has some structure through there. So what they normally do is put a plastic heel cup through the back. You can't see it, but if you try to push the back down, it won't bend. That's your first step. A lace or a strap, something to fasten around the ankle as well, is very important. It will then push your foot back into that cup, and so we get that structure coming through the shoe as well as a result. And then that means too, the security of the shoe is really around the ankle, and so we're not relying on the shoe to be a snug fit to the foot, and so we can have about a thumbnail width to the end of the shoe from the longest toe, which is normally the big toe. And then you can have a midsole as well. You'd like to have a midsole that's a fully one piece of rubber throughout. Sometimes I'll do like a lattice kind of thing, but what I tend to find with that is it tends to fail in the heel where the high impact is when the foot comes to the ground, and end up with a big hole occurring through, and that can lead to significant issues in how the foot strikes the ground and then rolls through as well. So I'd much rather have a single piece of material all the way through. A lot of shoes don't have typically too much arch support within it. If we do need to look at that, I would recommend coming to see your local podiatrist, and they'll give you an idea about where to go from there. If it's anything past a minor issue, it's definitely a good idea to get that assessed. These days what we're doing a lot more of is kids' footwear assessments and sort of figuring out where they are for their age and what we should expect them to be at for their age as well. Part of the assessment will be understanding what your child is doing now and how they're going with that, if they're able to keep up, whether their goals are being met in terms of their sport. If you're concerned about the shoe wear and you're not sure which ones to choose, bring the pairs in that you have. We'll have a look, we'll give you some advice. There's often some small tweaks we can make in terms of the selections that you make. If there's further issues as well, like if you've put the shoe and found that there's still issues underlying with the way that your child moves, that's definitely a time to come in and see us, and we can have a deeper look at what's going on.